51. We have heard that he created the sadhus and other gods. The higher and lower beings were born from his limbs. 52 to 53. Even when Prajapati created such a vast progeny, the individuals created did not multiply. Later he divided his body into two parts. One half became male and the other half female. From the male, various types of human beings were born. 54. With his glory, he spread the heavens and the earth and was stored by Vishnu. He created Virat, an immense being, and Virat created Purusha. 55. Know that Manu is that Purusha. The period of Manas rule is the second period of Manu, the son of Brahma, the mental son of Brahma. 56. That Viraja, son of Virat, who is the chief of the creation of people, is the Purusha. The creator. The people created at the time of Narayana's creation, and even Manu, were not born from the womb. 57. A person who hears this account of creation at the beginning, will have a long life, become famous, and be blessed with offspring. He will achieve the desired goal. 58. Apva, Purusha and Prajapati wanted to create people. He got Shatarupa, the woman of Onia, as his wife. 59. With his glory, Apava stood throughout the heavens. Then, O great sages, Shatarupa gave birth to her offspring in a righteous manner. 60. She performed 10,000 years of severe penance and obtained a Purusha, a bright penance practitioner, as her husband. 61. O Brahmins, that man is called Swayambhu Manu, the self-born Manu. His Manvantara consists of 71 yuga cycles. 62 to 64. The heroic sons Priyavrata and Uttanapada were born to the Shatrupa Vairaj Purusha. After the heroic sons, one daughter, Kamya, was born. O excellent sages, Kadma Prajapati had Kamya, wife. Kamya's sons were four: Samrat, Kukshi, Virat and Prabhu. Prajapati Atri adopted Uttanapada as his son. Suryata bore four sons to Uttanapada. 65. The beautiful daughter of Dharma is called Sanrita. She was born as a result of the Aswamedha sacrifice. She was the famous mother of Daruva. 66. Prajapati Uttanapada begot four sons from Sanrita: Dhruva, Kirtiman, Ayushman and Vasu. 67. O Brahmins, Mahadhruva performed penance for 3,000 divine years, seeking great fame. 68. Prajapati Brahma was pleased and gave him a permanent abode equal to his own in front of the seven sages. 69. Seeing his fame and greatness increasing, Ushan, formerly the teacher of the gods and the Asuras, sang this hymn. 70. His penance was wonderful. His learning was wonderful. The seven the Daruva that the sages placed before them was truly wonderful. 71. Shambha gave birth to Dhruva, two sons, Shalisthi and Bhavya. Suchaya gave birth to Shalisthi, five great sons. 72. They were Ripu, Purana, Putra, Vrikala and Vrikateja. Brihati gave birth to Ripu, a son named Chakshusha, who was of all-round glory. 73. From Pushkarini, Chakshusha begot Manu, and from Pushkarini, the great soul daughter of Prajapati Aranya, Verini. 74. O eminent sages, 10 sons of great valor were born to Manu and Nadwala, the daughter of Prajapati Vairaj. 75 to 76. The first 9 were Kutsa, Puru, Satadyumna, Tapasvina, Satyavik, Kavi, Agnistubha, Atiratra and Sudyumna. The 10th was Abhimanyu. These sons of great prowess were born from Nadwala. Agni bore 6 sons of great brilliance to Puru. 77. They were Anga, Sumanas, Khyati, Kratu, and Giras and Gaya. Sunita bore Anga and only son named Veena. 78. A great commotion broke out due to Veena's misbehavior. The sages twisted his right hand to produce offspring. 79 to 81. When his hand was twisted, a powerful king was born. The sages, seeing him, declared, "This king will make his people happy. His brilliance is great. He will acquire great fame." He was born with a bow and a shield. He was bright as a blazing fire. Prithu, the son of Veena, protected this earth. He was the eldest of the Kshatriyas. He was the first and foremost of those who were crowned with the Rajasuya sacrifice. He was the Lord of the earth. 82 to 85. Two wise men, Sutta and Magadha, were born. Desiring to obtain sustenance for their people, and the king, Prithu, milked this earth in the form of a cow. O excellent sages! The king, along with the gods, sages, ancestors, Danavas, Gandharvas, Apsaras, serpents, saints, creepers, etc., milked the cow. When milked by them, the earth yielded as much milk as could fill their vessels. Thus they preserved their lives. And at the end of the sacrifice, two righteous sons were born to Prithvi, Indradi and Pathan, 86 to 87. Shikhandi gave birth to Intardana, i.e. Indradi, and Havirdhana. Bhishana, the daughter of Agni, gave birth to 6 sons, Pranvahish, Shukr, Gaya, Krishna, Vraja and Ajam, to Havirdhana. Lord Pranabahish was the great Prajapati. 88 to 91. After Havirdhana, great sages and people who roamed the earth were raised and flourished by Lord Pranvahish. After completing a severe penance, on the seashore, the king married Savarna, the daughter of Samudra. Savarna, the daughter of Samudra, gave birth to 10 sons to Pranvahish. They were called Prasetas. They were well versed in archery, performing sacred rituals. They together immersed themselves in the ocean water for 10,000 years and performed great penance. 92 to 95. While the Prasetas were performing penance, the earth became defenseless. Therefore, the trees invaded the earth and surrounded it. Thus, the destruction of the people began. The trees grew so thick that the wind could not blow. For 10,000 years, the Prasetas could not move. All the Prasetas who were performing penance heard about it. They became angry and produced wind and fire through their mouths. The wind toppled the trees and dried them. The terrible fire burned them. Thus the trees were destroyed. 96. Knowing that the trees were being destroyed and only a few of them remained, Soma approached Prajapati and said, 97. O king! O son of the ancient Bahish, restrain your anger. The earth has cut down the trees. Your fury and fire must be subdued. 98 to 99. This girl of splendid complexion is the ornament of the forest. I have kept her in my womb because I know the future. The name of this forest daughter is Marisha. O most blessed one, she may be your wife. She should increase the lunar race. For this purpose she was created. 100. With half your glory, with half my glory, the learned Prajapati named Daksha will be born from her. 101. He is equal to fire. He will make this land and people flourish again. He will develop this land, and with the brilliance of the fire that is yours, it will practically burn. 102. Then, at the suggestion of Soma, the ascetics subdued their anger towards the trees and accepted Marisha as their lawfully wedded wife. 103. O Brahmins, with the portion of Soma, the great Prajapati Daksha, of great brilliance, was born to Marisha and the 10 hands. 104. After creating the mentally immobile and mobile beings, the 2-footed and the 4-footed, Daksha created women. 105. Daksha gave 10 of his daughters to Dharma, 13 to Kashyapa, and the remaining 27 to Somarju, named after the 27 constellations. 106. Devas, birds, cows, serpents, demons. Danavas, Gandharvas, Apsaras and other classes of people were born from them. 107. O eminent Brahmins, it was after this that procreation by sexual intercourse began. Earlier persons are said to have been born by mental perception, sight or touch. The sages said, 108. We have heard of the origin of the gods, the demons, the Gandharvas, the serpents, the demons, and also of the great soul named Daksha, 109 to 110. Indeed, the auspicious Daksha was born from the right thumb of Brahma. His wife was born from the left thumb. Great penance, how did Daksha, who did the work of the Lord, arise from the Prachitast? O Sutta, please clarify our doubt. How did the grandson of Soma attain the status of his father-in-law? Lomahasana said, 111. O Brahmins, origination and annihilation are constantly taking place among living beings. The sages and other wise men are not deceived in this matter. 112. Dakshas and other living beings are born in every age. They are later destroyed. A scholar is not deceived by it. 113. O excellent Brahmins, there was no seniority or juniority, according to time. Penance alone is the important factor. This observation is due to power. 114. One who understands this sub-creation of Daksha, consisting of moving and non-moving beings, is blessed with offspring. He will live a full life. He will be respected in heaven. The sages said, 115. O Lomaharshana, explain in detail the origin of the gods, the demons, the Gandharvas, the Rakshasas and the serpents. Lomaharshana said, 116. Formerly, Prajapati Daksha was directed by the Lord, the self-existent one. He said, create people. O Brahmins, now listen to how he created them. 117. Prajapati created beings mentally. He created the Rishis, Gandharvas, Asuras, Yakshas and Rakshasas. 118 to 119. O Brahmins, when his mental offspring did not increase, Sadguru Prajapati began to think of ways and means of increasing his people. He wanted to create different types of people through sexual intercourse. Prajapati took Ashikni, the daughter of Virana, as his wife. She had the power of penance. She, being great, was capable of supporting the worlds. 120 to 127. Prajapati Daksha begot 5,000 sons by Ashikni, the daughter of Virana. Seeing that those great sons desired to increase their kingdom, the sweet-tongued sage Narada spoke to them some words, which led to their destruction and brought upon himself a curse. Earlier, Kashyapa, fearing the curse of Daksha, gave birth to a more excellent son, Narada, from Daksha's daughter. This Narada was formerly the son of Brahma. Like his father Brahma, Daksha again created Narada from Ashikni, the daughter of Virana. Brahma completely destroyed the sons of Daksha and the Haryasvas. Daksha, who had performed unlimited feats, tried to destroy Brahma. He placed the Brahman sages in front and asked the latter not to be angry. Then Daksha reconciled with Brahma. May Narada be born as your son from my daughter. Then Daksha gave his beloved daughter to Brahma. Fearing that he would be cursed again, Narada the Great was born from her. The sages said, 128. O Lord, how were the sons of Prajapati destroyed by the great sage Narada? We want to hear about it in full. Lomaharshana said, 129. The most powerful sons of Daksha, the Haryashvas, came to a place near the sea, with a desire to multiply the people, Narada spoke to them. 130 to 131. Oh, you are all very young. You do not know the size and extent of this earth. Yet, O sons of Pracetus, you want to create people. But how will you create people within it, above it and below it? Hearing his words, they were astonished in all directions. 132 to 134. Like rivers that merge into the ocean, they have not yet returned. When the Haryasvas disappeared, Daksha, the son of Pracetus, begot 1,000 sons from the daughter of Virana. They are called Shabalashvas. They were also desirous of increasing people, and Narada spoke to them in the same way as he spoke to the Haryasvas. They told each other, 135. That great sage said on occasion, "Let us find our brothers. After we find them and ascertain the extent of the earth, we will easily create people." 136. They also went in the same way in all directions. To this day they return like rivers that flow into the oceans. Did not come. 137. From that time on, O Brahmins, a brother who goes in search of a lost brother is himself destroyed. Therefore a wise brother should not go in search of his lost brother. 138. Realizing that they too were destroyed, Prajapati Daksha begot 60 daughters from the daughters of Virana. This we have heard. 139. O Brahmins, Kashyapa, Soma, Dharma and other sages took them as their wives. 140 to 141. He gave 10 daughters to Dharma, 13 daughters to Kashyapa, 27 daughters to Soma, 4 daughters to Arishtanemi, 2 daughters to Bahuputra, 2 daughters to Indirasu, and 2 daughters to Krishna. Now listen to their names.